Slight shit, yeah. Slight shit is like don't get fucked out, for real. See, to live is to suffer. To survive, well, that's to find meaning in the suffering. Yeah, I'm slips, can't get up. Yeah, I'm slips, can't get up. Yeah, I'm slips, got to get up. Back to my feet so I can tear shit up. Yeah, I'm slips, I can't get up. Yeah, I'm slips, can't get up. Yeah, I'm slips, got to get up. Get back to my feet so I can tear shit up. I've been through mad different phases, like mazes, to find my way. And now I know that happy days not far away. If I'm strong enough, I'll live long enough to see my kids doing something more constructive with the time than this. I know because I've been there. Now I'm in there. Sit back and look at what it took for me to get there. First, in the bullshit, the drama with my mama. She got on some fly shit, so I split and said that I'ma be that seed that doesn't need much to succeed. Strapped with mad greed and a heart that doesn't bleed. I'm ready for the world, or at least I thought I was. Dragging niggas when I caught a buzz. I'm thinking about how short I was. Going too fast and wouldn't last, but so I couldn't tell. Group homes and institutions prepare my ass for jail. They put me in a situation forcing me to be a man. When I was just learning this damn about a helping hand. Damn, it wasn't my fault. Something I did to make a father leave his first kid at 7 doing my first bid. Back on the scene at 14, wrote a scheme to get more green than I'd ever seen. And the dream, and by all means, I will be living high off the hog. And I never gave a fuck about much but my dog. That's the only motherfucker I'd hit off in my last. It's another little nigga, headed nowhere fast. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, got to get up. Tear shit up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, got to get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up. That ain't the hat. Shit gets worse and I go. Actions become bold. Heart got cold. Chip on my shoulder that I dared a nigga to touch. Didn't need a click, cause I scared a nigga that much. One deep with the bitch starting shit kicks. Catching Vicks, throwing bricks, getting by, being slick. Used to get high just to get by. Used to have to puff my L in the morning before I get fly. Ate something, couple of 40s made me hate something. After some coke, now I'm ready to take something. 3 years later, showing signs of stress. Didn't keep my hair cut, give a fuck how I dress. I'm possessed by the darker side, living the cruddy life. Shit like this kept a nigga with a bloody knife. Wanna make records, but I'm fucking it up. I'm slipping, I'm falling, can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, can't get up. I'm slipping. Yes, indeed, we got a nigga slipping and falling, and will he get up? Earlier, folks, we tried to do a little live stream, but the internet wasn't cooperating, so we just gonna get straight to the funnies over here. First and foremost, hello there for all you folks that jumped on early, and thank you so very much for making an attempt to listen to the show today. But I'm gonna get straight to it. I'm just gonna pull it out. I'm just gonna drop it. We got them plane tickets for you coming up first. I gotta play. No, this is what I gotta play first. I got to play this first. Here goes, folks. This is funny. When you're traveling down them YouTube streets.
So here's this petition for each and one of you motherfuckers. How about that shit?
Why are you so? Can you tell us why you so angry at the manosphere?
Yo, bunch of hypocrites. Because I'm saying why you talk anti-feminism lay down with you.
That's not hypocritical.
No woman in her right mind wants to lay down with you. No woman in her right mind wants to lay down with you. Dusty feet, hashtag.
This is like that on camera.
Let's go sit this right about this one. You niggas are treat
right.
Guess what though? I don't want
You're one of them too.
I can't stand
Come on, bro. You the main 3 trash bags.
She's
Right,
right
come on,
about
man.
you, milk toast,
man. This is a lot, bro.
because you're derelict in your masculinity. Shout out to Cerulean Grave for that shit.
No,
Because
I
you're
give a
derelict in your masculinity, and you will sit there and get in the fucking way.
Bro.
Y'all get in the fucking way. What things should we do? Y'all get in the way. That's why those 1.0 measure are pissed off at you, lame ass, milk toast, bitch ass.
Alrighty there, folks. Y'all heard the man, milk toast bitch ass. What did he mean by that? I gotta go straight to the point. Of course, you know, I'm traveling down the YouTube streets and I see all kind of different things. Someone sent me a clip of a well-known content creator upset that his supporters are not sending him cash apps, are not sending him that money. So I gotta say, Big J, Cynthia G, and for all you folks, Cerulean Gray, shout out to Cerulean Gray for calling these niggas what they are, derelict. How do you get on a stream and yell and scream at somebody about not sending you a cash app? You volunteer to do this. If you are on YouTube and you so-call yourself a six-figure nigga, a little cash app here, a little cash app there is not going to bother you. But this nigga was triggered. So much so that he had to make a stream about it. But before we get to that, folks, I'm going to show you just how triggered this particular fellow is. Let me go to the next. Let me go to the next one. Hopefully the internet gods don't get us, but we're gonna try and pull up the next video here from said person that we're gonna talk. Here we go.
Yo, angry man, your advice changed my life. Yo, angry man, your advice about relationships changed my life. Yo, angry man, your advice about money changed my life. There's even been folks that come here and say, yo, man, I'm in this situation. Yo, man, this is messed up. I'll be like, yo, how much money do you need?
Oh Lord, have mercy! Did y'all hear that lie? I guess this guy on the screen that I'm talking about right now does not realize that he's been exposed by the Grandmaster Troll. You don't got it like that, my man. You don't have it like that. If you had it like that, this video would not be leading up to you screaming at your supporters about money. And I've been to your channel. First and foremost, let me just go ahead and say this. I'm not going to sign up to hear you talk. I'm not going to pay you to sit down to hear and hear you spout rhetoric or opinion. You on YouTube voluntarily. So that means I can voluntarily sit in your chat and don't have to send you a dime if I don't want to. There's no place on this earth that says when you come to listen to an angry man stream, you got to send him a cash app. This isn't like you said earlier. This is, you're going to say in this stream, this is not the movie theater, Bo. You don't have exclusive rights. What the fuck wrong with you? I think these next couple of videos that I'm going to be putting out will probably answer the question of really what the hell is wrong with you, bro. Damn.
Everybody's channel I go to, I fucking donate. Everybody I'm cool with, I shout out. Everybody I'm cool with, I send freaking subscribers. I'll fucking be live and I'll pull up their fucking channel and say, yo, man, y'all go over there and subscribe. But in spite of all of that, you still got niggas running around here talking about me like a dog. You had motherfucking one nigga, I can't even remember his fucking name. This nigga said, yo, Angry Man got the coldest setup in YouTube, but he uses his platform for evil. The nigga said I use my platform for evil like I'm some kind of goddamn comic book villain.
Well,
it would be.
You may not be a comic book villain, my man, but you are a YouTube villain. There's no, I can count the streams that you have gone to and argued with folks. So you're right. You're not a comic book villain. You're a YouTube villain. You are. Was it the Joker, the Riddler, the Penguin? Who are you? The Angry Man. Dun, 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 dun. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Watch that nigga coming out to argue with somebody. Details at 11. And that's just what we see. That's what I see from you personally, because I'm only reporting on what I see. This is nothing personally at you. This is the stuff that you put out. I don't talk about your family life because I don't know nothing about that. I don't talk about your wife. I don't know nothing about that. Hey, Nick, how you doing?
I don't know nothing about your family life. I don't know about your children. I'm not talking about that. I keep personal business out of it. But you don't. You get on screams offering up plane tickets to beat people up. Over and over. I can understand it for just once. You might have fell into a trap of saying, you know what, I'm tired of niggas fucking with me, and started screaming at folks. I can understand that. But you, my brother, it seems like every other stream that somebody sees you on, somebody can go and record you screaming and yelling at somebody, offering up plane tickets. Catch a flight, nigga. Mild-mannered man. Triple M. That's what they calling you around here, man. Triple M. Mild-mannered man. That is absolutely crazy, brother. That folks see you like that. Now here it is. Information was passed to me. You know why? I think it's not that folks are scared of you. Folks just on the YouTube just don't want to deal with you. They've had enough of you going around arguing. So now it's, I guess, like I said, they're saying, I'm going to get you, sucker. We're going to take out Mr. Biggs with some new blood. Because this bullshit I've seen of you screaming at your subscribers because they didn't send you enough cash apps. But you said you got 40, you want 10% of your audience to send you some money. And if they don't, they're not worthy of your information. Nigga, please. What do you write? What are you writing? A manifesto or something like that? What are you writing that? What do you say that's so important that somebody feel that they got to give you some money behind? What is it about your conversation or your content that will make somebody say, yep, let me send Angry Man $25? Nothing I've seen so far. Again, folks, I do apologize if the internet goes out on me, folks. It is what it is. Again, it's in my area here. It's not my particular house or not my particular. It's just all that. Even the cable TV here, which I rarely watch, we get the signal on that as AFU too. AFU, Angry Man, meaning all fucked up. Meaning all fucked up like you. All fucked up. Got them plane tickets, nigga.
Funny if it weren't for the fact that niggas will go around the space repeating this dumb shit.
He just called his own shit dumb? Yeah, you did. Picture that.
So because I fucking disagree with BGS politically, niggas gonna follow me to fucking channels and fucking talk shit to me?
Oh, no. You don't disagree with BGS only politically. I've heard y'all two having it out. I've heard you hashing it out with BGS. You called that man, I'm not a BGS fan, but you called that man everything except a child of God. And from what I understand, y'all was best as the buddies at one time, two peas in a pod. But I see that's par for the course for you, man. You're always best as the buddies with somebody until they don't see things your way. And all of a sudden, they're the worst person in the world that you got to make a stream after stream after stream after stream about them. Do I need to call the niggas out in particular that you have made streams about? What you got left now? You made streams about Kevin Samuels. You made streams about Cerulean Gray. You made streams about BGS. You even made streams about DJ Cuda, Beasley. The list goes on. You even made you've even made streams where you argue with women. Remember how the verbal assassin picked your ass apart? It's not coincidence, brother. It's not coincidence that I'm talking about you, because you are the feature of ain't shitness when it comes to the YouTube stream. So much so now that it came to the point that folks are recognizing who you are. You are fake and a fraud, bro. You are a fraud. Oh, and Chuck, by the way, I'm on the Angry Man, but I'm going to get to you a little bit later on. You know who I'm talking about, officer of the goddamn law. I ain't finished with you yet.
You niggas ain't shit. And as God is my witness, if you would just come see me, I would beat your motherfucking ass and bend it. I'm sick of you pussies.
This nigga right here.
You ain't got an ounce of bravery between any of you. And you always talking shit. And you have no earthly idea. You think you know me because you sit up here on these panels and have conversations with me. You don't fucking know me, nigga. I will fuck you up. I ain't never been on niggas be fucking played with.
Why are you so angry? What's wrong with you, man? Who are you screaming at? Who in particular is this particular rant directed to?
You sit up here running your mouth because you know you out of reach. You fucking pussies.
Talking to me? Maybe that's why you run your mouth. Maybe that's why you run your mouth, because you know you're out of reach. You ever thought about that? You ever thought if the tables were turned? They always say there's been an old saying that I've heard throughout my life, that the loudest motherfucker in the room is the weakest motherfucker in the room. Yes, right. The loudest motherfucker is the weakest. And I've noticed that a few times when you come on there, you come on these streams, you try to be the loudest until somebody comes on there and calms you down, like the Verbal Assassin, or like a BJS, or like a Cerulean Gray, or even some of these other, or like a Bomb Cherry, or somebody like that. Then you calm down because or GMT, because you know these niggas got your number. And I'm not calling them niggas like that, but you know what I'm saying. You know these folks got your number when it comes to, do they know you? Yes, they do, because of the information that you put out about yourself. You the one sitting over there showing your tennis shoes. You the one sitting over there talking about you crypto. You got these kind of coins. You got Bitcoins. You got this kind of coin. You the one going around telling folks that you and your chick is 6 figures. So how don't they know you when you put out the information? When you sit in the back chats and tell people that you are leading this particular lifestyle and come to find out that you're not. That's why you always on somebody's hot plate. That's why somebody's always at your ass, angry man, for shit like this. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
You niggas fucking with Force Windu is me like committed suicide. Or Black Pill Renegade. For all we fucking know. Because you don't know how to go somewhere and sit your stupid ass down. If you don't like what the fuck I'm talking about, don't watch me. But you can't help yourself, can you? Because you don't know how to act no other way except for that. You don't know how to act no other kind of way except the way that bitch who fucking birthed you act.
Ooh, now you resort to calling folks that you don't know. You resort to calling their mama out their name. See what I'm saying? Childish and immature. Childish and immature. I got that from Keen and Peele. If you go back and see the skit that I'm talking about, because you make no sense, bro. You make no sense. You're sitting on your screen, screaming at the top of your lungs, calling folks mamas, bitches, and all this other stuff. But then you want to run around and talk about you need to be respected. Who respects somebody like that? We're going to get to you being mad about folks not sending you cash apps, but all this that I'm showing you leads up to why. Who the fuck would pay for this? Who would pay to watch this train wreck every week? I know I wouldn't. I go to your channel because, I was directed that way. Look what this nigga said today. No, you got to be kidding. I go to your channel because I said how it affects the folks around me, or how it affects black YouTube world. Got to know how other niggas think sometimes. See if niggas putting out content that's worthy. Again, I don't like everything that my man Taz exclusive comes up with, but at least he has some content past arguing with niggas like you. At least he has content. I peeked in on your last 4 streams, Angry Man, and not one of them had any content worth a damn. Nothing that anyone could take away and say, yep, this dude is on point. Bitch ass nigga.
Ain't no woman coming here fucked up this space. Kevin doing what he do didn't fuck up this space. You niggas fucked up this space.
Because y'all wasn't giving up that money.
With all your bitch assness. All your fucking effeminate behavior. And I know why you mad at me. You mad at me because I pointed out. You mad at me because of what I'm doing right now.
That ain't true.
And I'm going to continue to do it.
Hope not. Lean back, take a deep breath, bro. Woo-saw, nigga, woo-saw. God damn. Why you mad all the time?
I wish to God I could just bump into a couple of you.
No, really, you don't. You really don't, angry man. Because I see one thing I do know is you never run into a situation where you don't know what you're running into. So I don't think you want to. Maybe some of these folks that you see that has cammed up on those panels, maybe you might want to run into one of them because you figure you got the upper hand. You might think that, you know, they're weak or you can beat up on them or whatever. But there's some real niggas out here that won't put up with that shit, that might be in the next town from you and say, nigga, I don't need no plane ticket. It'll take me about 30 minutes. Name the spot. You better stop calling folks out. Yeah, he does need some meds, Neat. Maybe you should try, instead of smoking them cigars, that angry man, smoke some weed, bro. Get some of that sesame up in you, you know. Get some of that animal cooked cracker or something like that. What do they call that? Get some white willow or something up in you. Because you need to calm down, bro. You really need to take a chill pill. At this, you gonna keep fucking around with yourself, getting screaming and yelling that you're gonna fuck yourself from having an aneurysm behind screaming at folks every night. Because like I said, in the last couple of panels that I've seen of you, that's exactly what you've been doing. Screaming and yelling, hollering out why motherfuckers ain't giving you money. I need that cash money. And if you niggas ain't giving it to me, I'm going to point it out. If you see them, point them out.
One fucking time.
Damn, son, where'd you find that? You know that Wilson's going there. Wow.
Just one fucking time. Just one motherfucking time. Just one goddamn time. I wish I could fucking bump into you.
Just one time. Well, let me help you out a little bit, since I found the next clip, and I'm sure that everybody that's watching this is going to enjoy it, because you know you must be arguing with a whole lot of folks that somebody would take the time to invent a song about your sorry ass, calling people out, talking about you got them plane tickets. Well, let's see. Let's see if you really got them plane tickets. Or let me see. Here you go again. Here you go again, my man. See, I can. This is easy to point. This is easy to point out. This is child's play for anyone who just wants to come on and talk about you. Here you go. Here you go.
Shut up! You shut up, nigga. What the fuck is you talking? I'm not yelling.
Oh,
I'm not yelling.
it's lit.
This nigga's trying to be. This the nigga that was trying to be cool 60 G. He was thinking on her trying to get popular.
Yes.
He was trying to be popular off that bitch. Niggas do anything to make it. These niggas do anything to make it. These niggas throw guns on the fucking internet.
I bet you won't get on that flight, nigga.
I bet you won't get on that flight, nigga. I bet you won't get on that flight, nigga.
So you goofy niggas think you exposing niggas.
They did.
You exposing me? You exposing me, right? Hold on for a second.
Come on, sing it with me. Y'all know it. Y'all ready? Catch this flight. Saturday afternoon. Bang, going off in the Black End Manosphere Airlines. I got them plane tickets.
plane tickets. I got the 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 plane tickets.
You made it.
I got the plane tickets. I got the plane tickets.
And then he's making unrealistic threats. This fat nigga talking about
Get a plane ticket to come out here and see me face to face. I got the plane tickets.
I'll fly to Newark, New Jersey and whoop your ass myself. How, nigga? How is a fat, sick-looking, obese, unhealthy, out-of-shape nigga gonna whoop my ass, nigga? I promise you that within 40 seconds, you be in cardiac arrest.
He be scared to death. Cause I would beat the out of you, nigga. My man from Philly is doing a murder charge right now. Cause if it wasn't for that, I'd go kick it with the nigga and find out where the you live at, nigga.
I got some man, I'm telling you, you won't be my sister Bob.
You don't shoot me, bitch, nigga. Shoot me, bitch. You don't shoot me, nigga. You don't shoot me, ho.
God damn, you approving yourself.
Fucking plane and come see me, you fucking clown.
Nigga's a loser, yo.
Come see me.
Nigga's a loser, yo.
See me and prove it.
You wanna hop on a plane, come there, beat you the right back, and then talk about the internet.
Bitch ass
What is we doing here?
Shut your bitch ass up.
And this is the leader of the manosphere. Like,
Is that your king?
I ain't got a problem with you, bitch.
Damn flight.
That's a flight. You see what I'm saying, Angry Man?
I'm gonna get them plane tickets, nigga. Get them plane tickets, nigga.
You see what I'm saying, Angry Man? Every stream, this is just random streams that folks pulled up over the years of your affiliation, of being affiliated with you, that you've been on a stream screaming at folks, threatening folks, got the nerve to say that if your partner wasn't in jail in Philly, you would come kick it with him so y'all could beat his ass up. So I don't get that. What nigga you think would just come to your rescue and say, all right, man, I don't know what kind of folks you hang around, but not me. I'm not taking no beat up murder charge for no nigga. I ain't Shine. I ain't Puffy. You got that much money. I'll do 10, 15 years in jail and come out and still be broke with no plane tickets. You gone. You over there sitting in the manosphere eating cheese. Come on, bro. You see why folks, it's so easy for Grandmaster Troll and anybody else who wants to pull up a video and have some fun on a Saturday afternoon like I'm having, entertaining the masses with this YouTube fuckery. Quite easy to do with you, because you are the leader of it. You, what they say, this is a Saturday afternoon minstrel show starring the Angry Man. We haven't even got to the main part of why I decided to do this. How dare you tell somebody I'm not gonna say another word until y'all niggas give me some money? The fuck? You think you that important? That's what your problem is. As for you folks that's down there, when you got some time, Serene Gray, you mentioned something about selling wolf tickets. There's a friend of mine. He's a comedian. His name is Wiley Roberts, and he does a joke, a skit on the art of selling wolf tickets. It's quite funny. If I find it, I'll drop it in the Batcave for you folks, or if I find it here later on, I'll come back and drop it in a stream. But the art of selling wolf tickets, my man, Angry Man, you might need to go and check that video out as well. You know, because screaming and yelling don't do it. Yeah. Jeez, do go well with that wine, because that's exactly what he be doing a lot. Whining. Why you niggas ain't hitting up the Cash App? I'm putting out all this good information and y'all motherfuckers is not giving me no money. You know, I got rent to pay, but I'm a six-figure nigga. I don't need y'all shit. Just went out and bought me a brand new car. How the fuck you think I'm gonna make payments next week? You want to buy here, pay here lots. Well, you know, if you don't pay it, you know, they got that automatic lock on it now that they ain't got to come get the car. They just lock it down. They just got that kill switch on the ignition. You want to drive that bitch nowhere. Pay me. and I'll unleash the dragon so you can. They don't need boots on it anymore. They don't need the repo man to come sneak up at your yard 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. They just shut down the ignition. Them buy here, pay here lots. They got smart. Got them plane tickets. Anyway, here we go, angry man. Let me find some more on you. Like I said, if someone wanted to do a 4, 5, 6 hour stream on your ain't shitness, it would be quite easy to do. Fortunately for me, I don't have all day to do it. But there's a whole lot of folks. GMT, Grandmaster Troll, he one of them. He certainly is one of them. But let me ask you that, angry man. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about, wait a minute, I gotta play this again. I gotta play this again before we go further. I gotta play this again.
This petition from Dr. G. How about there's a petition for each and one of you motherfuckers? How about that shit?
Why are you so mean? Can you tell us why you so angry at the
niggas.
manosphere?
Yo, bunch of hypocrites. Because I'm saying why
You talk anti-feminism and you're a feminist
lay down with you.
That's not hypocritical.
No woman in her right mind wants to lay down with you. No woman in her right mind wants to lay down with you.
This is why that's on camera, man.
Right now. Yeah, let's go sit this right about this one. You niggas are treat
never
Guess what though? I don't like
you one of them too.
I can't stand
Come on, bro. You the main 3 trash bag dusty.
He's right about you, milk toast, man. There's a lot, bro. There's a lot. Because you're derelict and your masculinity. Shout out to Cerulean Graham for that shit. Because you're derelict and your masculinity. And you gonna sit there and get in the fucking way. Y'all get in the fucking way. What things should we do? Y'all get in the way. That's why those 1.0 manager are pissed off at you, lame ass
milk toast, bitch ass niggas. But he's right, angry man. You're a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. Hypocrite. In every sense of the word, you absolutely are. Because I've heard you say that you try to uplift the community, try to help out brothers, you try to help out well, I won't say the sisters, because but you try to do things for the community. You try to, give out great information about this and about that. Show me. Give me a stream, just a random stream that you enlighten the community about anything. It seems like every stream you braggadocious. You're always talking about what you got. One stream I see you talking about watches. Another stream I see you talking about Bitcoin and wallets and different things like that. You show a little device, a little handheld device talking about it's an electronic wallet. Nigga, don't you know folks know shit? What real? Keeping it real. Just because you showed me a plastic gun, that don't mean you got a real one. You understand what I'm saying? Milk toast intolerant. They passing gas all over the place. Every place they go, Cerulean, they shitting on somebody. Flies and niggas, niggas and flies. That's what I always say. I always just show up in the most inopportune time. Niggas and flies, flies and niggas. But again, angry man, hypocrite. That's why I played that again before we get to this part. Here we go, my man. Let me get rid of this one. And let me pull up the next tragic event in the Angry Man saga. Because that's basically what this is. This is a meltdown. This is a saga. This is a, oh shit, this nigga right here, saga.
man said, no, I only got a dime. Billy smashed it and said, that would suit me fine. Likes to beg, he's very stingy. He keeps it for himself instead. I threw on my Coca-Cola, it was getting kinda chilly. When in front of the store, who was it? Begging Billy. I went in the store to get some chewing gum. When I came out, Billy said, can I have some? Said no, begging Billy, you beg too much. You beg I never think your hair smells sweet or touch. I mean, damn, Billy. I hate to see you come, you're always humming and bumming. They ask you for something, you start to choke, you go, knock his eye, oh you can never go broke. He was a bum, he couldn't talk, he couldn't even sing. I said, tell me why you put your mouth on everything. I don't put my mouth on everything, only chocolate cakes and chicken wings. Billy started begging for change about a bill, said excuse me, concern you have a nickel? The man said, no, I only got a dime. Billy snatched it and said, that would suit me fine. Billy's mom was begging mothers, he loved the brothers when he begged all of them for all of their mothers. Then he broke out with the speed of a missile, left a beep beep, and he made a little whistle. Have you ever had a friend that when you come out the store, you never gave him nothing and he's begging for more? I mean, Billy, drop the kick a habit. Instead of begging, why don't you just grab it? But you don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. Yes, I do. Begging Billy. Billy like to beg. He's very stingy. He keeps it for himself instead. Begging Billy. Billy like to beg. He's very stingy. He keeps it for himself instead. Begging Billy, you beg too much. You beg that everything you hear smells, see or touch. I mean, damn, Billy. I hate to see you come, you're always humming and bumming. One day begging Billy begged for one man, and he hit him in the head with a garbage can. Now Billy's in the hospital with a brain tumor. Never again will he beg for bucket tumor. He was in the hospital for quite a while. When he got out, he still had that begging smile. You wanna know how I became a rich tycoon? Part 2 is coming soon. Begging Billy, Billy like to beg. He's very stingy. He keeps it for himself instead. Begging Billy, beg. He's very stingy. He keeps it for himself instead. You're automatic. What? Automatic. What?
There we go, angry man. That's all about you. They call you Begging Benny. And I'm trying to pull up the last video that I have about you here that shows, that hears you screaming to your audience about why they ain't giving you that money. Why they're not dropping them cash apps and hitting that link like you want them to. What's wrong with them? So much so that you screaming and yelling at them. Let me find this particular download here. We got to find it. Where is it? 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 Go to the download page. Where did they put it? Where did I put it? Okay, gotta find it. Gotta find it. If I can't find it, I'll go and download it again. But y'all got to see this shit here. If you haven't seen it, tell you what I'll do is I'll play and I'll let this. Let me find something to throw at y'all right quick, like while I go pull this video up, because I don't want. Where is it at? Okay. Yeah, you guys take a look at this video until I come back. Okay, we're gonna find this. This is one of the videos that we were looking at yesterday of the policeman. Okay. Things just some days it just don't things just don't cooperate the way they would you would like them to. It is what it is. You guys take a look at this video while I go and find this other video right quickly.
Video showing police dragging a black paraplegic man from his car during a traffic stop in Ohio. And that man now accusing the Dayton Police Department of racial profiling and unlawful arrest in a complaint with the NAACP. Athena Jones is out front.
They dragged me to their vehicle like a dog, like trash, like you take out trash.
The video is difficult to watch. Dayton, Ohio police pulling a black paraplegic man from a car during a traffic stop last month.
I can't step out, sir. I'm paraplegic. I got help. I'll help you get out. I'm gonna help you get out. I'm gonna help you get out. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen, sir.
39-year-old Clifford Owensby lodged a complaint with the NAACP. He accuses police of profiling, unlawful, illegal search and seizure, and failing to read him his rights before taking him to jail. Police say they stopped Owensby after seeing him leave a suspected drug house. And based on that sighting and Owensby's past history of felony drug and weapons possession charges, officers called for a narcotics detection canine unit, a drug-sniffing dog, to check the vehicle. Department policy requires occupants exit the vehicle first. The nearly 12-minute police body camera video shows an officer pulling Owensby over and ordering him out of the car.
I cannot step out of the car. I cannot step out of the business. In the car, you can get out of the car.
The officer says several times he will help Owensby out of the car. Owensby declines, saying he will call someone he knows to come help him.
Hey, what's up, Zero? How you doing, sir?
Ferguson and Grand.
Throughout the September 30th incident, Owensby repeatedly asked the officer to call a superior to the scene. The officer says he will do so, but Owensby must get out of the car first.
You get out of the car. That's not an option. You're getting out of this car. So you can cooperate and get out of the car, or I'll drag you out of the car. You see your two options here?
Seconds later, a struggle ensues as two officers forcibly remove Owensby, at one point pulling him by his hair. Dayton Police Major Brian Johns said officers retrieved a bag from Owensby's vehicle containing about $22,000 in cash. Owensby, the money was his savings, and that no weapons or drugs were found in the search. He was not charged with any drug-related offenses. A child was also in the car at the time of the incident. Police cited Owensby for not using a child restraint and for having tinted glass windows that obscured vision.
I just wanted this particular video to sit in you guys' mind for a minute while we go back and deal with the last part of this angry man. I found this last clip that I wanted to show you. But again, someone, well, I'm just going to say it, Chuck told me at one point in time in a particular stream that he didn't think, and maybe I'm wrong about this. I'm going to try and give him the benefit of the doubt, but he tried to explain to me there's no such thing as a bad cop. Now this man is a paraplegic. Pulled him out by his hair and drug him to the police car. What threat did this man show? How was he a threat to these police officers? What was he going to do? Get out and run? Just because somebody came from what you think to be a drug-infested area, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have the right to stop them. Or because you, as a policeman, you knew him, and today you decided to see Clarence driving down the road. Let me stop Clarence because he might have some drugs on him. The system don't work like that. Well, it's not supposed to, but we know that it does. Since they couldn't get him on any drug charges, they go back and cite him for not having the kid in proper restraint and what else? Tent? What do you say, Quincy? How you doing? Right. Where's he going to run to? Who's he going to run from? But again, the police and everyone else try to make it seem like we don't know what happened before that. Well, maybe if he hadn't had a criminal record, the police wouldn't have been so engaged in to stop him. That's bullshit. That's your talking points. That's not reality. Reality is he should have never been stopped. Reality is, if he was speeding or if he was doing something, and you saw that this man told you that he couldn't get out the car, the best thing for you to do as a policeman was to drag him out by his hair. Y'all showed Dylan Ruth more respect than that, and he was fresh off killing 9 people. And then folks say, well, why you always bring up Dylan Ruth? Because that's close to me. That happened right here in my city. But it's actual and factual, because it is what it is. Think about this. You pull a paraplegic out of a car, and you hear the man screaming. Where in the world do you go in this free nation where you hear the suspect or the innocent bystander calling for help from the police, not from the police, but because of the police? Help! The police is fucking with me. Where did they do that at? No place but in this country. Because the police thought you might be doing something.
He pleaded not guilty. Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley told the Dayton Daily News a full investigation is underway, and no matter where you live or what you look like, everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect when dealing with Dayton police.
Yeah.
Now, a spokesman for the Ohio Attorney General.
Same old damn talking points. We hear that every day on the 6 o'clock news. That's the standard. Everyone needs to be treated with fairness and dignity. But we obviously see, just like on the earlier part of this broadcast that I tried to start, that young lady that ended up dead in the back of that police van, what kind of dignity is her family having right now? What kind of answers are you giving this young woman, Chuck, about finding her, a 22-year-old woman, dead in the back of a police van, and you're going to tell us there's no foul play suspected? That's some bullshit. What, she crawl up in there and choke her damn self out? But yet, like Plow said, this white dude that's suspected of allegedly killing his girlfriend, even though y'all stopped him once, and he had what? They had an argument, and she was physically shaken. She showed the police, oh, he just grabbed me by my face and was shaking the shit out of me. That wasn't enough to arrest him. That wasn't enough to say, ma'am, do you feel comfortable carrying on with this adventure with this fool? What do you say, Jay Sean? How you living, bro? But I guess not. I guess she felt comfortable enough. She ended up dead. Let's finish this out.
Office says it is not investigating the incident because local law enforcement or a county prosecutor must first make a referral. Meanwhile, the Dayton Fraternal Order of Police told the Dayton Daily News, sometimes the arrest of non-compliant individuals is not pretty, but it is a necessary part of law enforcement to maintain public safety.
What part of that was necessary evil? The man clearly called, if you go back, he clearly called for a white shirt at one point in time or the other. You mean to tell me he could not wait? He had to drag him out by his hair? Was he going to get up and run? Was there any weapons involved? There was a child in the back seat. What threat did this man show? What threat to the level of violence that you exacted on this man? What for? The level of violence that you showed him. So again, Chuck, tell me, which one of these policemen that I think I could trust when they come up to me or when they stop me in the street? Tell me, Chuck. You got all the answers, brother. Tell me. What you say, Art? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Tell me, Chuck.
Safety, which is one of the fundamental ideologies of our society. The officers involved are still on duty as the internal investigation continues.
Still on duty.
Aaron?
All right, Athena, thank you very much. And Clifford Owensby is now out front. With him is Derek Forward, the president of the Dayton NAACP. I appreciate both of you taking the time to talk about this. Obviously, it's very disturbing to watch this. Clifford, let me start with you. Can you tell me and everyone watching in your own words what happened when you got pulled over?
Once I got pulled over, I was under the impression that I was pulled over for intent, so I was expecting for him to write me a ticket and then be let go so I can continue on about my day. Unfortunately, For me, I ended up with a bad scratch-off lottery ticket, straight to jail.
Nigga shouldn't have went and bought that lottery ticket. Wasn't it his lucky day? Wasn't? No, I'm just making light of it, folks. But again, here's going to be another incident of some city having to, because of bad policemen, Chuck, having to pay out some more money, because he gonna get paid. There's no justification to that. There's no justifying what he did. Just like the video that I made yesterday, was no justifying that policeman kicking that man in the face. There was no justifying that. But again, there's some folks out here that tell me there's no such thing as bad police. Got the nerve to come on a stream and talk about that Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, officers of the goddamn law. You first birds of a feather do flock together, I guess so. But again, you called me out and said come to your channel and debate you. You name the place and time. Like I said, I got one video to shut all you and your cronies up. I can use this one. I could use the one, whichever one you want me to use. But anyway, folks, let's back off of this a minute, and we're gonna go back to this dude called the Angry Man. Now, I found the clip, so let's go ahead and pull it up here again. You know, me, I like doing this. I'll give you a little background. I like doing this. I like giving out information. I don't know any of you people personally, but some of the folks that I've gotten to know behind the scenes, I mean, not as far as, you know, having a personal relationship, but having some kind of camaraderie within these folks that I know. A lot of you folks that are down there inside this the listening lounge here today, you know, some of you folks I've known for years now. Some of you folks I just met, but we all seem to have this thing in common, that we like to disseminate information to other folks, even if it's just telling somebody about where you can get a free cup of coffee, right? Sure. But it don't cost you nothing. Like I always say at the end of my radio shows, the grace of day don't cost you nothing. But we got this cat, Angry Man, that got so pissed. He was highly upset about folks not giving him money doing his streams. Like his content is so important that you got to pay for it. There's nothing about the content that I'll ever do on the stream, even on my radio, folks. There's bills that have to be paid in order for me to have that radio station up and running 24/7. But I'll never get on a stream or get on my radio station doing a live broadcast and say, you motherfuckers is not sending me no money. What's wrong with y'all? All this good music and all this good talk, and y'all don't give me a dime. Y'all ain't shit. Listen for yourself.
Never ask for a dime. We probably get 6 people to support the show. But you know what's funny about it? If I go 2 or 3 days without doing a show, my inbox is filled with emails. Angry Man, where you at? Come on, bruh. Why you ain't drop a show? When you gonna drop a show? Every one of you motherfuckers that leave out of here when I say something about support, you ain't shit. I just want you to know that. You ain't shit. You ain't motherfucking, because you bring your ass in here every day to fucking watch me. Stop watching me. If you can't support the show, stop watching the fucking show. Period. 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 Point blank, period. If you cannot support the show at least once, don't watch the motherfucker. That's a shame. Even Tommy got to do stuff to get people to support. That's crazy, man. I wouldn't have been able to do this show.
And this ties into y'all's thinking. There's something wrong with this Negro's mind. And when you look at this meme, because I
don't expect much, which is why
My goal is always 50 people. It used to be 4.
Well, maybe that's why you go on, you do 4 or 5 streams a day. You try to average it out like this. If I do 4 or 5 streams a day and if I put my donations level, I set it to 50. If I can go live at least those couple of times a day and I get 6 here, I get 10 there, I get 10 there, that ends up to what I'm trying to get. You're trying to turn yourself into a 6-figure YouTube nigga, but it's not going to happen because your content is not worth that, bro. You will not make 6 figures on the YouTube stream. No, I don't give a damn. And then you run over there to OnlyFans like a motherfucker want to see you sit up with no shirt on to listen to you. What over there at OnlyFans can you say that you can't say right here on YouTube? Name me one curse word that you can use on YouTube that you can't use on OnlyFans, or vice versa. You can't strip down on YouTube. You can't show no skin. Well, some folks do show skin, but I don't think nobody want to see you sitting around with no shirt on or with a Speedo. Maybe some of these women over there, maybe some of them suspicious Samuel's followers. But I know damn well if I came to your chat and I saw down there, click the OnlyFans, what the fuck? What for? Click the OnlyFans to see Angry Man do what? OnlyFans, that's right, Zero. OnlyFans, that's called Desperado. Captain Desperado, when you taking your shit to OnlyFans. Thighs high.
The reason why I was 40 is because I got 400 people watching. When it went up to 500, I said, okay, 50. That's 10% of my viewing audience. So every time I do a show, only 10% of my goddamn audience contributes. Now, the reason why it's so fucking egregious, the reason why it's so ignorant, is because if you don't want, if it ain't worth it to you to contribute a couple of dollars, why the fuck are you watching me? This is what David Carroll means when he says there is something wrong with the thinking of the Negro. You would never take your black ass to no movie theater and expect to watch that movie unless you pay to get in that motherfucker. You would not dare go up there and
Let's listen to this again.
6 people to support the show. But you know what's funny about it? If I go 2 or 3 days without doing a show, my inbox is filled with emails. Angry Man, where you at? Come on.
I don't think so, Angry Man. I think that's some straight bullshit. No, folks ain't checking for you like that. And you ask why folks come to your channel to watch you? Because it's a shit show. We know what you're about. You're always in attack mode. And unfortunately for some of us, we are involved in some of these streams and we see the ain't shitness that you present to all these people. Again, why? I don't know, because I gotta admit, for those who ain't never heard me say this about you before, I ran into you some 4 or 5 years back. You were supposed to be part of the conscious community. Matter of fact, when I heard through the grapevine that you was having some problems with YouTube, they were shutting you down. Folks was shutting down your channel. I reached out to a person that we knew in common and said, hey, if you're having problems with the YouTube, come on over to my spot. They can't shut you down there. I know they want people won't be able to see you, but at least they'll be able to hear you. I come back down to the YouTube streets again, and what I see, you done fell off the conscious community wagon into that bag of all shit of talking about black women constantly. And then you're going to make another stream talking about, I don't talk about black women. In less than 24 hours after you said you don't talk about black women, you're up with a stream calling black women scrags and hyenas, right along with the rest of your minions. So who in the fuck would pay for that? Who in the fuck would come into your stream, see that I can't type in the chat room unless I buy a subscription? If I wanted to buy a subscription to talk to somebody, I would go to one of these Chatterbait or one of these. At least I know I'm gonna see some ass. You can't talk unless you give me a hit the chat button until you hit the donate button. What? You can't make a comment in my stream unless you hit the donate button. What? Your comments is what it keeps your stream alive. You understand that? Even the best of orators know that without an audience, you just whistling Dixie. And now here it is with this last little fiasco that you put out there. I guarantee you, you're going to lose some more subscribers. Or they may not unsubscribe from your channel, but they're just going to stop coming. I know I would. Ain't no goddamn way in the world I would pay for your stream. But again, this is not personal, my man. But that's how you operate. You like to operate in the personal. I got them plane tickets. Music, I bet you won't bring your old ass nowhere near North Carolina, because, nigga, I will fuck you up. Talking that shit. And I ain't fat. Yeah, you are. You out of shape. Anyway, I think I had enough about talking to you or about you. Again, you are your own worst enemy, angry man. You really are. You are your worst enemy. But anyway, I'm going to leave you alone because I don't want too many tears. You might drown out your listeners over there at your channel, complain about a nigga you don't know. That motherfucker made a stream about me. Who is he? Who is this damn DJ Music? This motherfucker, he don't even have 1,000 followers. So I just enlightened one more person about your ain't shitness. If reach one, teach one. Stay the fuck away from your channel. Because there's nothing over there that enlightens or highlights black life. Not even looking at you personally. Again, I could be wrong about this, but nothing about you says black man. Puerto Rican? Yeah. Afghani? Maybe. Especially with that beard. Cuban? Yeah. Looked like your name could have been Fidel. But I would not see you walking down the street and accuse you of being a black man. No, I wouldn't. You'd have to show me some credentials. You'd have to show me some credentials. Well, anyway, folks, this next part of this stream that I'm going to put up, I'm going to put the link down in the chat room. And the next part of it is I answered a question. I'm back to you now, Chuck. I answered a question from a stream from it wasn't a stream. Actually, it was a, what do you call those things? So when you have your community tab question. How it ended up in my algorithms, I don't know. But I answered the question. And here was the question. The question was, should a woman be over 200 pounds? Since you wanted to address that on the stream too, Chuck, I feel it's necessary for me to address it too. Okay? That's fair and square. Okay, if you say you want to debate me about these two things, you name the time, and if I have the place, if I got the time to sit up and talk to you for a couple minutes, because that's about all I'm gonna give you, 15, 20 minutes. That's about all we need. But anyway, so my answer to your question was, that is absolutely idiot. That's an absolute idiotic question. Should a woman weigh over 200 pounds? And then you answered me back, accusing me of saying that I was for some reason or other afraid to come and debate you about these two subjects, and that I was in my feelings about a woman being over 200 pounds. No, my answer to you is simple as this, and I think anyone within the sound of my voice will agree with the same thing. You don't determine what another man likes. There's brothers out there, because you said this clearly. You said this clearly, that some brothers only go after big women for, number one, for the financial reasons, or because they can't get anyone else. Those were your words. And I'm telling you, what about a guy, maybe he just likes big women? What about that? What about a guy that might just like pleasantly plump women? What about a guy that might just like real slim women? What about a guy that might like real thin women? Do you understand the nature of your comment to say that all women should weigh? Is it all right for women to weigh over? You just told a whole other half of a world that you should not weigh over 200 pounds. When I went to your channel, I see a video of you talking about you trying to lose weight, or you losing weight, or you lost weight. Now, who was you losing weight for? The opposite sex, I hope. I hope you was trying to find yourself more pleasingly allure as they say, eye candy to the opposite sex. Or maybe you were losing weight for health reasons. Don't know. I didn't listen to it. But one damn thing I know for sure is the same way that you say that some women should not be over 200 pounds. Women can say, niggas, your height shouldn't be trying to lose weight. They can look at you and say that you're morbidly obese or fat, and you're out of the dating game. The only reason that women would deal with you is because if you got money, or they can't get nothing else, because in your own words, you trying to shed some of this body fat. Well, like I said, if you want to know where you used to turn around and told one of your followers, yeah, I think I'm losing weight. I think I lost about 12, 13 pounds. Turn around. I'll show you where it's at, nigga. Some of them folds in the back of your neck, that meat that look like hamburger, hot dogs or whatever. Again, all the things, and that brings up a good point there, Cerulean. It's already hell and high water that we discriminate against. If I look at the overall health of white America and Black America, it says clearly that we're a nation of obesity. I didn't say that. That's what they said. That's what the CDC says. That's what all these different experts, when they get on, they're talking about the general health of the United States of America. We are generally obese. But going back to this big women, small women thing, my man, in some countries, if you are a small woman, they say something wrong with you. But again, who are you, Chuck, to determine what's good for another man? That's why I called your question idiotic, because it was really idiotic. That is one of those fat shaming questions that you tried. But then again, if a woman was to go to your channel and see you standing up with your workout clothes on, talking about you losing weight, and she was to leave on the comment section that no woman wants to deal with you because you fat and nasty, you'd be mad. You'd be calling it. You'd be trying to get her to come up on your panel to talk shit. Yes, you would. Shake your head, yeah. Yes, you would. But again, I don't have all day. Like I said, I got 15 minutes to talk with you. So whenever you're ready for me to come on over your channel, sit down and debate, like I said, my man, with the police brutality shit, I don't think you really want to talk to me about that. No, I don't think you want to debate with me on that. I got too many bullets in the gun. I got one of them rapper repeaters, 3-round bursts for every word that come out your mouth. Pow, pow, pow. You never know what hits you. So I don't think you want to debate me there. You might be able to debate me with, the ills and ins and outs of some women that are overweight, because there's all kind of nuances to women. That it could be overweight, it could be, lazy, as you say. But that was the reasoning for your question. Then you went back and had this big ass stream about it with all these other minions. Like I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet you this, that some of the very same men that was in there talking shit about big women got a big woman in, either dating a big woman or has been married to one. I guarantee it. But because they want to be friends with you, since you mispronounced my name at the beginning of your stream, I'm going to pronounce your name correctly. Because your minions want to be friends with Charles Faulkner Jr., Captain Desperado, Captain Saberho, Captain Desperado, Panthro, what else you call yourself over there? Y'all do a whole lot of grown men run around a whole lot of comic books. Y'all be calling yourself naming yourself after a whole lot of comic book folks. What's up with that? Yeah, I'm into a few things too, but I wouldn't go around calling me, be talking about it. I'm Panthro. I'm Batman. He Robert. Or I'm the Cartwrights. Down. Y'all know what I'm saying? Riding into town. Riding into town. The whomping and the stomping. Everything within an inch of his life. Except the women folks. No, we raped the shit out of them late at the number 6 dance. That's the kind of folks that I expect you to be talking to. For you to put that question out and to say, should a woman weigh over 200 pounds? Are you crazy, man? I guarantee you know somebody in your family, a woman that weighs over 200 pounds. I guarantee that you would not walk up there and tell her, you unhealthy. You shouldn't weigh 200 pounds. You should weigh 150. You should be dainty. Nigga, please. And Friday, when you're able to see out that left eye, if she done give you that overhand right, you won't walk up to another woman and say that shit. Bet that. You won't do it. Now, one more time, since I got enough time, it looks like the internet gods is going work it out with me a little bit. Again, like I said, my man, you don't want to debate me when it comes to the police. You don't want to do that. No, you don't. I'm trying to. I wish I didn't. I think I might still have it. Yeah. Explain this one to me, Chuck. Explain this.
No, nobody cares what you're saying. No, Karen, nobody cares what you do either. Not really. You understand that? Yeah, I'm not the one out here complaining. No, that was the thing. Nobody cares what you do anymore. I know, nobody cares what you do anymore. You understand that? Lean back. Nobody cares what you do anymore. Lean back. I'm going to lean back with you home myself. Look, you're not going to do this, right? We're not going to do this, right? Stop. You're done. We're not going to do this, right? We're done. You're done.
No. Explain that, Chuck. Explain that man getting stomped out.
You piece of, you know what? You're done. You're done.
Yeah, you're done.
That sergeant has not.
Right. Explain that, Chuck. Again, tell me. Tell the black community. Tell the average 17 to 35-year-old black man that there's good police. When clearly in this video, there's at least 4 or 5 different police standing around this man that policeman came out of nowhere and stomped him in his face. Stomped him so hard that it literally knocked him out. Because if you look at the video, folks, go look for yourself. He is dazed. He is out. He is out cold. Just like a boxer is when he catch an overhand right or uppercut and not expecting it to come. He is out. But the thing about this, Chuck, he's handcuffed. The initial part of this guy grabbing the one policeman grabbing him by his neck and forcing him back, knowing that he could not hold himself up. Okay. New StreamYard link. Thank you. Let's try it again. I'll try this. Did it bring you into it? I don't know. Thank you, Shaw. Let me know if this link here works. I think I put it in there. I was wondering why, because I thought I put the link in earlier. If this is not the right link, folks, I thought I copied the right one anyway. I can only copy one link, can I? But come on in. If it says something else there, I might have just used an old stream and just came in up under that one. So this is the only link that I have right here that I'm putting down in the chat room now. But again, Chuck, getting back to you, brother, what about that was right?
No, nobody cares what you do. Okay, nobody cares what you do either. Not really. You understand that? Yeah, I'm not the one out here complaining. No, that was a thing. Nobody cares what you do anymore. I know, nobody cares what you do anymore. You understand that? Lean back. Nobody cares what you do anymore. Lean back. I'm gonna lean back with you home myself. Look, you're not gonna do this, right? We're not gonna do this, right? We're done. You're done. We're not.
Out of nowhere, kick that man in his face. And I want to welcome to the panel Cerulean Gray. And you want to lean on anything that we've talked about so far there, Cerulean? Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this right here.
Oh,
how you doing, brother?
Greetings, Supreme Elder. How are we? I always salute to the chat. Oh yeah, you mean you firing on all cylinders? You know?
Yeah.
Even though D. Darrell made the song "Plane Tickets," he really meant wolf tickets.
You got them wolf tickets.
You got the wolf tickets. And the wolf tickets. Yeah, and a lot of those guys, they, that's all they really are, wolfers.
Yeah. Fire-breathing dragons with no fire. Nothing but smoke coming out.
Yeah, I'd say more like little water squirting, lizards. But
yeah.
I guess a lizard is like really kind of like a tiny dragon, right?
Say, you remember that? I think there was a show that came out a few years ago, How to Train Your Dragon. I think that's what's needed to be done to a few of these folks, because they like, like as you say, they like selling them wolf tickets. But one day somebody gonna purchase them. What they gonna do then?
Yeah, I explain it in so many ways. You talk about you're dealing with like fractured people, like not fractured as in the sense of a community, like all of the bullshit that you hear these niggas talking about how fucked up the community is. The community's fine. See, the problem is that they have never once like self-examined. It's like maybe it's not the community that's fucked up. Maybe it's
me. Right. Maybe it is me. If 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 100 people say the same thing about me and I keep insisting that they all wrong, maybe I need to re-examine myself.
Oh, it never really takes that large of a sample size to really realize you're fucked up.
Right. 2 or 3 people.
Or
I'll say 10 at tops.
Or I mean, maybe it does, right? Like I think that the sample size of people saying how fucked up you are is in direct relation to how far in denial you are.
Yes. Good. That's a good observation. How deep in denial we are. We're not talking about the river. Deep denial. Like the guy we was talking about earlier, and I'll go ahead and say his name because I don't give a shit about him. I don't care if he's mad at me or not. Angry man, you're in deep denial, brother.
Well, yeah, he's more like engendered man these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy. Yeah, and it's so funny that you see the things that are happening, right? Whenever me and those guys like split off, like it was really over ideology, right?
Mm.
And that ideology was basically had a pro-black, base. It had a pro-black foundation.
Yeah. Yes. See,
Right?
like I said, I met Angry Man first. I wasn't aware of you, but I just happened to be on the stream listening to Sotomayor chop it up one day. But you know what he did back in the day, man, 2013, 2014, and 2012 and stuff like that. You know what he was doing. So that's where I met Angry Man at, because he was in a dispute with said person I just mentioned over women. And he was backing the brothers, backing the sisters. Damn, as the world turns.
Yeah, like, see, the thing is, they used to have a whole saying about it, right? That pro-black, pro-black, keep you broke.
Right. Right. There's no money in that for them as far as there's no cash apps for that. There's no heavy views in that for that. Yeah. One thing I noticed about you, Cerulli, when you were active on YouTube, you weren't there for the looks. You wasn't there for the likes. You were actually there. I got to give the great regime props where it is. You, Jay Shine, Shar, Ruby. You guys generally try to put out good information. Sometimes it's not well received, but you don't be out looking for cash apps like this dude. He literally made a stream about folks not giving him money.
It's so funny because I actually used to teach this guy about like human psychology, and Ruby was kind of like the group's like social psychologist. Like, this is how humans really operate, right? Develop the strategy. That's why I know I've given quite a few dollars to this dude, but to me now it's like water under the bridge. But it's just like, what a waste, right?
Right.
That, for the simple fact that a dude's trying to tell me, right, how to run my channel. You need to come up off that pro-black shit. We trying to get this money. It's like,
as I'm saying, we were in a chat there. Well, you weren't in there, and I was just in the audience. But I heard somebody say to you, Cerulli, you fucked up everybody, man. You fucked up everybody. If you would have joined the Ain't Shitness, we'd be making the dollars.
Yeah, like they wanted me to
paraphrase, of course.
They literally just wanted me to carry the fucking water of the red pill shit. See, I'm an actual intellectual where I could literally work with people that don't actually agree with me.
Right.
But see, that's called being an adult. Right? Like in the real world, you're gonna have to interact, operate, maybe even do some trade, business, politics, build proposals, etc., etc., etc.
Right.
With people that don't agree with you. Like, let's just take really the overall ethos of America. America doesn't agree with black people. Not for any other reason than the fact that I think that is some kind of deep-seated jealousy in the fact that we're the last true Americans. I also think it's some deep-seated jealousy because in everything that we do or interact with or innovate, that we simply do it better than every other group that has made the endeavor.
Mm.
Like when you really think about what America is, what America is, like you're really thinking about something that is either created, innovated, or transformed / evolved to its highest, peak by Black people.
Agreed. And I think to add a little bit to what you just said, Tarun, I think there's another one of those reasons I like to stick under there. And I of course, I didn't invent this, and I'm just paraphrasing what I heard someone say. And I do believe you got to give credit where credit's due. But I heard one of the good doctors from, I do believe was from the Hidden Color series, where he says, Black folks don't have the problem. White folks got the problem. They still mad at us for not wanting to be slaves anymore.
Well, I'll put it like this: like, just imagine, right, that you were able to sit around on your ass for 400 years, and while sitting on thine ass, you were able to use every manner of barbarism, every manner of savagery, every manner of depravity to control what is truly a superior being.
Absolutely.
Because if we weren't superior, then why the fuck weren't the whites working their own fields? Why did they have to put under threat of death by gun and slaughter another group of people to work fields? I mean, if they were truly superior, they would be able to work them themselves and be proficient in it.
Facts. True facts.
But see, what happened was the British, before they inherited the slave trade from the Arabs, they had made the attempt to enslave their own, like the Slovakians, right? The Slavic nations. And they found that, well, these motherfuckers don't really do so well in heat. And in order to have mass agricultural production, you need a significant amount of sun.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
In Slavs, which is where the word slave comes from, let's just say they don't fare so well in temperatures above 80 degrees.
Yeah, but you got to figure from that part of the world, that's like a cold weather climate over there. Yeah, I'm sure they do have summer, but it's not like the summers that are over here to where, March is hot. And you're talking about August and September and all the way up until October. You still have, and some days 80, 90 degree weather. But
and like this manner of savagery implies that there is some level of jealousy in the Negro's natural ability to adapt.
Right.
That's why, like, we really think about it, that's why they sat on their asses. They had no ability to adapt, but they had a real, say, efficient kind of cheat code to the system.
That mean streak that's in them, that lack of morality is what you're referring to. That cheat code.
Not even that, because we all, like, every human on the planet has that capacity. But see, the difference is that when you have someone that is basically what I would consider a parasite upon the planet, you gotta understand, parasites, they can't live without a host.
Right. Another good analogy, because a parasite it uses up all the resources of its host. Once the host dies, if they don't move on to and find another host, they'll die as well.
See, now you see how that analogy fits into the overall theme of the American ethos, or rather the Anglo-American establishment.
Absolutely.
Because, well, let's look at America as a body. It has destroyed, or rather, completely raped the land to such extent. Agriculture is quite difficult. Most of the agriculture that is we consume in America is imported.
Yes, absolutely.
And how is it imported? Well, under the same threat of death that we impose on other countries to produce in order to extract its resources. Because once again, it has raped and pillaged this land to such great extent. This parasite, known as the Anglo-American establishment, needs to move to another host, which is why you see it in, dozens of African countries. That's why you see it all over the Caribbean, which is why you see it all over South America.
I mean, just think about it. Just recently here, I'm sure we all know that we just got out of a 20-year war that we were supposed to go over there because of weapons of mass destruction. When is a barrel of oil a weapon of mass destruction?
Well, let's look at the facts. Parasitic anomaly upon the planet. Why is America literally exiting Afghanistan today? Well, the parasite has literally drained its host of most of its nutrients. And as a result, it has to move on to a new host. So it goes back to the host that it knows while leaving its excrement, which is like the leftover vehicles that will basically be of no use anyway to really anybody. And it's too expensive. It's more expensive to basically go and pick those vehicles up and bring them back to America than leave them there. It's not like they can use them. I mean, an M1 tank runs on, jet propulsion fluid.
Right. So, I mean, right. So all this big equipment that all these folks are saying that, that's wasted over there. Eventually, what good is it going to be? It's just like having a big paperweight over there. If you don't have the technology, or if you don't have the equipment to every piece of equipment. I've never known a car not to break down. I've never known a tank not to break down. I've never known anything that's of mechanical use that goes back and forth not to have some kind of PMing on it sooner or later. Battery, like you said, needs to be done.
I mean, a freaking M1 tank battalion needs a tremendous amount of logistical support to stay in the field of operations.
Absolutely, it does.
The Afghanis don't have that level of logistical networking or support. It's not like they can go and take that tank or that, hell, they can't even take the freaking Hummer or the Humvee to the gas station and fill it up.
Right.
Right?
So, right.
Like, what are they going to do with the, 50 caliber machine gun on top of it, other than use it as like a,
right. They're gonna put what they gonna put rocks? What they gonna put rocks in the chamber and shoot them down range?
No, you know what they're gonna do is they're gonna use it right as a type of merry-go-round until the freaking battery dies.
Seesaw.
And then once the battery, as a seesaw, and then once the battery dies, it's not like it's any use. Now the shit is completely fucked.
Right.
What is America gonna do? Go over there, right? Put some kind of Fulton recovery system on a fucking, 80-ton tank,
right?
And airlift. It's dead already.
Right, exactly it. You're having problems getting Americans out of that country. You're gonna you do think we're gonna go back and try and get this so-called equipment we left behind? I mean, if I'm thinking correctly, there was a lot of bases that's over there now that wasn't in existence 20 years ago, thanks to the military. What are you going to do? Blow the buildings up now?
Well, once again, parasitic behavior. Look, this is what most Americans miss about the exiting of Afghanistan. Sure, we left a bunch, like millions of dollars in bullshit military equipment that's no use to Afghanis.
Mm-hmm.
But what we extracted, like literally, I mean, eclipses what
Paid,
was left.
right, paid for
You
that
know,
stuff that's left over on the ground 2 or 3 times, didn't it?
but I mean, millions of times over.
Right, right, right.
We're talking about hundreds of thousands of tons of rare earth metal,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
where do people think you get Tesla batteries from? So Elon Musk can continue making those fucking toy remote control cars that a human can drive.
Okay, so it's not so much about the oil over there, folks. There's more to it than that. And if you look at the next thing over there is Africa, we can talk about of course was Gaddafi and why he was killed, but that's a whole different subject. Let me speaking of subject, so let me get off subject here just for a minute. I don't know if you've been watching the news here lately, but I don't know what popped in my head, but I saw that what's his name? The Trump guy was
Matt
they sent him a
Gaetz?
subpoena, not Matt Gaetz, the one of his the cronies that was with him in the last election. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh,
Bannon,
very good.
Steve Bannon.
You said or is Steve Bannon and then Bill Barr.
Yes. Steve Bannon defied a subpoena, a congressional subpoena. Now, I'll ask you this: where in the United States could you defy a subpoena and not be in jail already?
In the United States, unless there was like another United States somewhere, like maybe in an alternate dimension that, where people can defy congressional summons without the threat of persecution. I mean, but that literally doesn't exist. But wait, there is a place that it exists. It is in this institution called whiteness.
Right. That's exactly it. Whiteness. It's here, it's there, and it's at the point to where now we've talked about being over in other countries. We've talked about the blood trail of the United States of America. It's readily, you can find it anywhere.
That's another form of parasitic behavior. I mean, when you look at it, you're looking at the policing system and why I would say, look, we need to take control of that institution. And it's so interesting that every other group really understands this to a degree. Like you just had George Floyd murdered in cold blood, if you ask my opinion. Two Asian, fucking white woman, right? Who has the luxury of playing victim even when she's the fucking assailant. And a white man who his freaking peer group for the life of them won't hold accountable to save their, or what they deem or what they suspect is their country. I was here in the Twin Cities. Me and my people, we were in the protest. We weren't those guys carrying around cameras. It was like, because they've been tracking people using facial recognition software. And matter of fact, I have two compadres that actually got arrested, and our organization had to go bail you brothers out, right? But what we noticed was that the city of Minneapolis sat on its hands for 4 days. 4 days before a single protester decided to throw the first brick.
Okay.
4 days. Now, they would rather the city burn down than hold one of their own accountable.
That's exactly it.
On the other hand, circa 2016, you have Black Lives Matter protesting, right? This is all really amongst coming on the heels of that whole Colin Kaepernick protest.
Yes.
Mind you, instantaneously within the same day, the state never hesitated for a second to act as you had people, nondescript of race, but the community in whole, which is mixed, literally blocking the highways and byways, hell, even your basic city streets being blocked. And yet the state, the city, never, not even for a second, blinked or hesitated before it mobilized its force
against BLM.
Against so-called BLM.
Yes, and force. They have pictures of it, folks. Again, you don't have to believe anything that Saruin is saying or anything that I'm saying. Actual and factual. That we all know. I'm going to go back to January 6th to make the comparison. The riots that was going on during the summer because of the George Floyd and a few other things that's been boiling over. But I think George Floyd was finally the catalyst for saying enough is enough. Going to January 6th, you can see the policemen literally helping each other, helping folks go into that building. So much so that now it's starting to come out that some of these Capitol policemen that they were trying to hold in such high regard were a part of this insurrection as well. So much so that some of them, the one policeman in particular, only knew of a person that was on Facebook that knew he was in the crowd. He went to the man's Facebook page and said, "Stop taking pictures. Don't do anything to say that you are in this building because everyone that's in this building now will be arrested or will have charges brought up on him." Is that not police helping a criminal get away?
Well, it depends on perspective. It may, to some people, be seen as police trying to help criminals break the law and deface and defame, debase the very halls of legislation that those very same rioters were mad at. Oh, that's right. They even had such luxury of that institution called whiteness not to be even referred in the mainstream media as rioters.
Rioters. They didn't call them that.
In fact, there was a mass, very confused and suspiciously mentally ill conservative base trying to clean up the language of the mainstream media by referring to them as patriots.
You took the word out of my mouth because that's just what they called them, patriots. They were patriots.
While yet and still the only patriot that was amongst the crowd was the one black police officer that held off the mob long enough for the congressmen and senators to get the safety.
Get the hell out the way. Exactly. It was a matter of if he had not encountered them on those steps and directed them in that other direction, they would have caught some of those very same senators and congressmen that they were after. They would have caught them all in that room.
Now, the other perspective is that this was a parasitic infestation making an attempt to sacrifice part of the host body, right, in order to save the parasitic infestation itself, right? Because this is parasitic behavior. The white populace, listen to what their cries of victimhood are really saying. Fear of being quote unquote replaced, fear of becoming a numerical minority.
and not realizing it's too late. It's too late for them. The mere fact that the low birth rate that you decided to be, you would much rather your woman go out from the ages of 18 to 35 and settle on a career rather than having babies. That's your fault, not ours.
You see, so it's the parasite sacrificing part of the host body, i.e., prosecuting some in order to let the other parasites, which is its lineage, survive. Now, let's really look at that parasitic type of behavior right here in YouTube as we contrast it back to the engendered man situation.
I was listening to you. I had to pull up a screen here, so we can go right ahead. Continue.
When you listen to the engendered man, as a matter of fact, I don't even know why he calls himself Angry Man anymore. I mean, he has one exchange with Verbal Assassin,
and she mopped the floor with him.
Well, not only did she mop the floor with him, turned him into a more mild-mannered man, a polite man.
Yeah, agreed.
Right, an easygoing man.
Easygoing.
Easygoing man. Right? But when we're talking about parasitic behavior, understand that whole rhetoric. This is a guy that, will go on to a panel. See, understand. His, what they call this platform, his channel, is his host.
Wait. Let me pull something up here, Cerulean, right quick. Like this footage that I'm about to pull up right now. I don't know if maybe YouTube might shut me down for this. I don't know, but the actual on the day of the actual insurrection, I was on these different live streams where these folks were actually streaming this stuff live as it was going along. So I just happened to grab some of this footage. I know some of this footage it's not on mainstream TV anymore because they tried to eliminate it. And here's what I was saying earlier about those policemen, how they were helping these insurrectionists throughout this, I won't call it melee, but you folks, you tell me what you think for yourself.
Well, it was more like a very slow moving potential train wreck.
This is all the footage that you're seeing now. All this was going on. This is the night and the afternoon of the insurrection. As you can see, they're already starting to get on up out of here. And this is coming from, this is the guy that you were speaking of. If this gentleman that you see right here on the screen, this black Capitol policeman, there's one door that separates all those congressmen, the heads of the states, the top three people, well, one minus the president, is in this room. If this black policeman had not put his neck out there for those peeps in this room, we'd be talking about a whole different scenario. Watch what he does. All intents and purposes, folks, what you're looking at, someone should have been shot. He was the policeman. Go ahead, Cerulean.
Well, see, that's the thing about a true patriot. The level of restraint while still being able to preserve life.
Order.
And see, like that man right there proves that law enforcement apparati are in no better hands than the black man's.
Absolutely.
See,
I agree wholeheartedly. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
See, all of those parasites swarming what is really the healthy cell of that body that we call the halls of Congress. One good cell holds off the mass of swarming parasites.
Right. One good cell. You see how the policemen are ushering people on. This is actual footage of what's been going. This was going on throughout this day, folks. This is the actual beginning of the insurrection. Look what the police are doing. They're literally ushering people in. There's the policeman right there. Watch him give the signal to come on through. See? What was he doing? Look.
Well, isn't it obvious?
Sorry, sir.
Well, isn't it obvious? A parasite in a police uniform is still a parasite.
It's still exactly that. That's just because you put lipstick on a pig. That don't mean he's not a pig.
There we go. But see, like when we contrast this to say this YouTube land, there are many parasites within YouTube land.
Yes, they are, because some folks on YouTube, and we know a few of them, not personally, but we know a few of them that we've been on some of these streams that believe that this is the culmination of the riots from BLM. BLM caused all of this. Antifa caused all of this. This had nothing to do with Trump losing the election.
And see, let's just take this guy, Angry Man. Or as our Sir Obadiah calls him, Hangry Man. All right? Let's just examine him. YouTube would be the host organism. Him, his channel, is a parasite. And the audience
disagree with you.
And all of those people in the audience that he shamed, right? You know, this is a guy that preaches ad nauseum, goes on to another panel and somebody, and he doesn't do so well. That's because parasites don't do so well outside of the host body. Which is why healthy cells who can go anywhere within the overall organism of the body. And it only took one healthy cell. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say healthy, slightly off kilter, but still healthy enough to transform the hangry man into, you know, basically
to ashes, to rubble, to less than he really is. Yeah, I would agree wholeheartedly.
To eviscerate him.
Right, really, she did, and I have that. And before we end this, particular stream today, we're definitely gonna play it because it's well worth hearing verbal chew this nigga up and spit him out. Yeah, sure is.
Like think of that. And really, YouTube just being the host organism, him being the parasite, his platform being the parasite, as the parasite becomes ever more desperate to survive.
Screamed at his own audience about the key word to this being donations.
First of all, he doesn't really understand that donations are given out of the kindness of one's heart.
Yep.
They are not obligatory.
No, never have been.
I didn't think there was a corporate, or rather YouTube, community guidelines mandate that you are somehow obligated.
If you watch this stream, you got to pay for it sooner or later.
right? But target is you are obligated. See, this is the undeserved sense of self-entitlement, which is what a parasite by nature is, or rather possesses. It has an undeserved sense of entitlement, which is why it thinks that it belongs in the organism.
Facts.
It sits there, it burrows itself in, it nests, and then it slowly kills the very host from which it feeds.
Right. Bot fly.
It cries ad nauseum about women using these female shaming tactics as he sits upon the host organism.
Ain't shitness. Begging.
I'm not even going to call it begging. Literally. Burrowing into the host so deep to where it's causing a mild irritation. That's that shaming language. While he's trying to pull in more potential hosts to feed his incessant desire for very tacky swap meet quality polo shirts.
I told him that polo shirt had that horse had 3 legs on it. I used to get them in the Philippines all the time.
Not only did that horse have 3 legs, that fucking horse had 2 men on it. Riding bareback.
not Brokeback Mountain.
It's the Brokeback Polo. You know, it kind of reminds me of the song. He rode into town on a horse with no name. Like
right. America, a horse with no name.
Right? As he's sitting up on the high horse. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit because y'all ain't give me $5.
$5, $2. You could have put something in here. Even if you only watch the stream, or if you watch the stream all the time, you could have donated at least once.
See, it overestimates his value.
Yes.
I need 10% of my audience. Well, we know that like 2/3 of your audience is bots. You know, it's so interesting that bots and bot literally sound the same. as if we don't know that you bots in order to give oneself the illusion, right? That your channel is more popping than it actually is.
Yep.
So that way, when he demands, say, 50 contributors, he's expecting the fucking 50 contributors, which are really the only authentic 50 he probably actually has in this chat.
All right. They can't contribute. They can't contribute to him every time he come home. They can't contribute him to him 3-4 times a day. Every time you go on the stream, yeah, I'm gonna come in there and listen. But I hit you up last time. I donated on the last stream. I got to donate on this one too.
I mean, well, that's the thing about parasites too, right? Is that parasites don't really have a great deal of critical thinking skills. Which is why it kills its host slowly.
Yes, insatiable appetite. It just feeds off it.
Right? He's attempting to squeeze blood from a stone. So what he's really telling his audience is the 50 of you in the audience that are authentic, because the other fucking 450 are bought and paid for bots. Which means he's telling them, I need everybody to give me some money.
Drop $5. Hit that link. Appreciate you. But you know, while we're still talking about the angry man, I know we spoke of this before, but
we're drawing parallels to the overall American body politic.
Yeah.
So what we see here in this microcosm we call YouTube.
It's just played out on a big. It's played out on a bigger stage. If you really look at it throughout the, if you watch CNN, I mean, I watch all these different news outlets, you know, to get a perspective of what's really going on. You got to watch the good and the bad. I watch the OAN network. God knows they don't like black people over there, but I still got to go watch it, you know, to see what those folks are about over there. And I guess the same thing as why Angry Man would think that why do you folks come over there and watch me and don't pay? Because we got to see what niggatry you putting out. And this is something that we got to combat. Because you know, you were at one time you were telling people antebellum slavery wasn't that bad. But the fuck? Slavery is slavery.
I mean, don't you find don't you find it interesting? Like this platform we call YouTube has become ever more depraved, where flying monkeys like the hangry man, right? They try to up the ante on what is going to be controversial enough to keep up with YouTube's algorithm, which is pushing overly controversial material to the top.
Right, absolutely. Because there's one of the streams I did last week where this I don't know his name. I can't think of his name right now. But the guy that was running around talking about he was having sex with 16, 17-year-olds, and his mom brought him out there, and that R. Kelly was he can understand why R. Kelly he has an appetite or different things like that. No, you're a pedophile. But the YouTube algorithm, there was enough folks that wanted to see that they left it up long enough for enough of us to get some kind of, you know, semblance of saying, because me personally, and some folks always say, well, you shouldn't flag someone's channel. I'll be damned. I flagged it.
You know, the Migos did a really cool song. It's called They'll Do Anything for Clout.
Clout.
And that Glendon Cameron weirdo.
That's him. Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah. To the point to where this is how depraved YouTube land has become. To where you'll have a derelict Negro male. Matter of fact, I don't even want to call him that, but
right.
A derelict.
I don't think he's a pedophile. Let's just call him what he is.
Yeah. I mean, he's admitted it himself, right?
Yes. Yes.
So therefore, YouTube land has become so depraved, they'll push anything to the point to where you'll have a derelict like fucking Glendon Cameron, a goddamn pedo derelict.
Trending
based off of what he said. Now, can we prove that he was a pedo? No, but from his own admission. But see, if we look at, let's take law enforcement. Don't you know most people that are convicted of crime
tell on their damn self
are convicted by confession?
Yes, they tell on them damn selves. That's right. They sure do. They tell on themselves. First 48. Go back and look at it. Look how many folks tell on themselves in that little confession room. That's why they call it that.
Yeah, see, like the parasitic behavior, like this is nothing that isn't a part of the overall American atmosphere.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
It's so easy to come on to YouTube and be a total prick, right? To be just a complete piece of shit for no other reason whatsoever.
Agreed.
Right.
Right.
Let's talk about the vomit-inducing vitriol this guy spews. Went from, yeah, man, you brothers need to stop. Like literally, oh, we need to stop talking so much about these bitches. Like y'all need to just fucking improve yourselves, get shit together, work on your game, work on your swag, work on your gym, work on this. Oh, fuck these bitches.
These strags, these hyenas, these bitches ain't shit. All they want is your money. Nigga, you ain't got no money. From what I understand, you living with somebody.
But see, here's the problem. The hyena is a noble creature. See, because the hyena ain't barking about the parasite, but the parasite is barking but a hyena. So who's the one that is really superior?
Right.
See,
Absolutely.
last time I checked, winners don't cry about the fucking losers.
Nope. Shit. Who won last year's Super Bowl? I mean, who lost in last year's Super Bowl?
Nobody remembers them.
Okay. Okay. Enough
Right?
said on that. Right. Nobody remembers the loser.
Like that's reality. Guy will come onto YouTube say, "Yeah, I statutorily raped 2 young girls, and it's trending."
Right. Trending. I was having sex with a mother while her 2 underage daughters watched, and it's trending. Yeah.
But that goes to show you that the very platform, which is acting as the host,
Allows
is
it.
also a parasite.
Okay.
Because why do they make something like that trending? Because controversy sells. And just like this derelict YouTuber, YouTube is also seeking those quote unquote donations. They're not called donations, they're called AdSense revenue.
AdSense revenue, right. Right. Again, like you said, with this guy here that we've been talking about for a while now, if he put out content that was worth anything, there's some content, yeah, of course, they give you good quality information, and you don't see the host of the particular stream jumping off from one podcast to the next podcast to the next stream, cursing and lying about what and who they are. I mean, some of the stuff, and I'll call your name again, Angry Man. Some of the stuff that you have put out on your own stream is easily verifiable, and it's been, as they say, you've been exposed, not by me, but by folks that you pissed off, that literally went on a mission to expose you.
I mean, like we keep it real, right? These guys sitting there saying, "Man, if I don't do a live stream for 3 days, see, this is a parasite." Parasite is fearing impending death.
Right. Yes.
Right. It's literally being starved out if it doesn't eat to.
Right. What is right? It's what it. Right, and you're right there, Obi. Man, the only people that remembers the folks that lose is usually the folks that's rooting for the city that lost. Like me, I can remember when the Carolina Panthers went to the Super Bowl and lost against the Patriots. I remember it because that was the team that I was rooting for. But on the average person does not remember who lost in the Super Bowl last year. You're right, except for the hometown team. They still licking their wounds about it.
Well, I'm not so sure. I bet you they would remember if there was a pair of exposed side boob.
Yeah, that Super Bowl, halftime Super Bowl. If I'm correct, that was Shakira and Lopez last year, halftime. Yeah. I think they showed more skin than Janet did, and would you agree? I think they were a little bit more over sexual than that one wardrobe malfunction.
But see, that's again one of the boons, privileges of being a part of the institution that we call whiteness.
Right. That was
and I don't need to keep bringing it back to a parasite like Angry Man, right? But
it's easy to do.
Like you look at it, guy goes to OnlyFans. I mean, well, he certainly has the tits for it, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What level of delusion are you living in to really believe of yourself that you, right? Like not you, but that this disillusioned fucking derelict could literally take his sorry, oddly shaped fucking
cigar smoking,
like fucking literally has the shape and consistency of dropped pizza dough, literally thinks that he can go to a place like OnlyFans and compete with the swarming sea of ass and tits.
That's the thing. Go over the OnlyFans and they say sign in, but you're coming up and when you go into the, they'll tell you all the other activities. Now you got some fur lines that's over there selling their wares and putting it out there. I'm sure if there's some straight men that's going over to visit, angry man, wait a minute, I don't want to go in there right away. Let me see what this girl talking about. Hey Shay, how you doing? Shay Mack, how you doing? How you doing? Go right ahead.
Was it like? I mean, like I said, like he certainly has the tits to be on OnlyFans.
MWT, man with titties.
But like that, the level of delusion to believe that this fucking sloppy Joe shaped, fucking beard weave wearing, suspected tragic fucking mulatto to go to
OnlyFans
compete
with the likes of what's over there. We know what's over there. We know what OnlyFans is about. When you think OnlyFans, honestly, folks in the listening audience and those who run through this later on, do you think angry man when you say OnlyFans, or do you think ass and titties, brothers? I ain't talking to the ladies because I don't know about y'all, but you know that's.
Well, see, I am a firm adherent, and I stand on this, of never jumping in a way of a dipshit making his own mistakes. Right? Like literally, he just really did us a favor. I mean, he did the whole of Black YouTube a favor. Like you're trying to export your fucking platform to OnlyFans. It's like you're literally going to lose more subscribers because your average nigga is, but you're like, I just saw some ass and titties over here. Hey, no harm, no foul, but I think I'm going to take that $5 that I'm giving the hungry man and
turn it over to give it to poor sweet Polly purebred over here with the baby doll schoolgirl outfit on.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and reallocate this $5 that I was giving to the hungry man.
Reallocate some funds.
Right, and let me put it over here and invest in booty butt cheeks.
Right. Let me invest in a good memory because them girls over there on OnlyFans, they ain't selling coochie, they just selling memories. I'm sorry, that's all they do.
And think of how see, because I remember when me and the motherfucker split up. Right, he kept calling me boring. Right, he did calling me boring. How boring is your fucking personality that it can't even compete with fucking naked ass?
Yeah.
But see, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey,
I mean, because you could have Obama, right, on OnlyFans, and a staunch, hardcore, fucking bromantic, fucking fantasizer like RBR
is not going to OnlyFans.
Would rather subscribe to Buddha butt cheeks than Obama if he was on OnlyFans, because that's how hard it is for your ass to compete as a male, especially
on OnlyFans.
Right, especially one shaped like fucking Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Right, that's what. But the thing though, like I said, what can he possibly say on OnlyFans that he can't say on YouTube? What can he possibly do over there other than take his shirt off or stand up with no pants on? What could he possibly offer someone else over there that he's not doing here on YouTube already?
I think it was a manner of product placement. I think YouTube, probably did some censorship stuff like they always do, and told him, hey, that bottle of Jergens is copywritten material you can't have in the video.
Right.
I think he went to OnlyFans in order to be able to openly display their jerkies.
or listen, maybe he got with some of his folks over there, and what's that pill that they're advertising in some of those spaces over there?
Oh, you mean those dick pills, which are
Yeah,
basically
yeah. Maybe someday maybe they got to right. Maybe he got into this what you call it, and said, "I'm gonna take this over to OnlyFans. You get them big ding-a-ling pills over here for $9.99, but you gotta be a subscriber."
you gotta think of that other as a delusion, right? You're selling dick pills, right? You're selling these dick pills. Your dick ain't got any wetter since you fucking got them.
Not once, not a drop.
Like literally, get the motherfucking A game, and it's gonna assure that you're always on B game.
that's what it's called. And it's the pills that they're selling, they're popping over there. It's called the A game, isn't it?
Yeah, here's buy these dick pills, y'all. It's gonna improve y'all sex lives. You're trying to sell dick pills to incels, right? Yeah. I want you to understand something. Trying to sell dick pills to incels, right? It's like it's literally like trying to sell, right? Like sperm to your own penis.
What at that gonna do? I got plenty. Oh my God.
And, like this thing, look, and those fucking pills are some like generically rebranded Chinese bullshit.
Right. That you could go into the local Arab's corner store and get for what, $8.99, $9.99. Not that I've ever bought any, but you can't help but see the price tag on them.
You can go into a public truck stop restroom.
Put 4 quarters together.
as long as you got 4 quarters, 4 quarters.
Oh my
you can
God.
get a dick pill, either just the equivalent or even more superior.
Yeah. Hey, so we got about to go right ahead, my man. I got about another 5-10 minutes here before I have to shut down. I got to do some therapy here in a little bit, but let's run this clip of the verbal assassin. Okay, because I guess in this particular clip, that's exactly what she is. For you folks that haven't heard the verbal assassin and the angry man debacle, here it is. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Angry Man about to have his ass handed to him show. We got 15 minutes to rock this post, so I'm going to get straight to it. Look here. When you're going up against someone named the verbal assassin, you might want to tread lightly. You might want to tread lightly when someone uses the moniker the verbal assassin and also tell you that they're an educator. You might not want to go into a smoke contest with them, because one thing I do know, folks, where there's smoke, there's definitely fire. What'd you say, Sharui?
I know, like let's just be honest, the verbal assassin, for the verbal assassin, this was really kind of like overkill. This isn't even assassination anymore. Now this is just, you're already dead, so why not fucking use your body for target practice?
Right, for target practice, exactly it.
Get a group of girls together without boys' input, and they're nagging and they're poking and
I'm trying to get straight to it, because this is actually, I uploaded this clip onto YouTube at some point in time or the other. So we're not going to play the whole thing. I'm just trying to get to where the point to where she starts digging into him. So I can't dispute any of the facts that you.
That's my field. So I know why the girls fight. I know why the fight. Okay. All right, baby. Thank you for coming today. All right.
Look, now, let me ask you.
Okay, so
All right, here we go. Hey, what's up, Jay Shine? How you doing, brother? Welcome.
Peace.
Why don't you relax? Just relax a little bit. Okay,
So,
relax.
so again, we are supposed to take the word of one man. First of all, like I said, man, and I'm gonna tell you,
Baby, sweetheart, sweetheart, you don't want the smoke I can give. Nah, you don't want the smoke because my smoke turns into fire, baby, and you will combust. You will combust. You will combust.
Look,
You will combust.
hold on. Is this verbal assassin or is this like fucking goddamn verbal clairvoyant? Like she just said, like literally,
you will combust.
Right? You will come. And she put
was able to see into the future that day.
Let me start calling her verbal clairvoyant.
Yes, indeed. Hey, Jay Shine, how are you, brother?
Oh, Jay Shizzle, my nigga.
Hey, what's up, brothers? What's going on?
All right. Welcome. Hey, Callie, how you doing? Callie Jane, welcome. Good to see you.
I came at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
I came to see hear Angry Man get shellacked again by another female online.
Listen, it's hard, but it's fair. You know,
man. Like you know what I think, because verbal assassin may be a little off kilter, but you'd be hard pressed to deny anything that she said was false.
Right. Nothing.
No, I actually, Cerulean, I actually disagree with verbal. I actually disagree, but he didn't know how to combat her bullshit. You know what I mean? Like she's actually lying. You know what I mean? In a way, but he wants to argue with a woman so much that he can't even debunk her fuckery.
It's almost like she was ready for this exchange. I can almost guarantee walking around butt ass naked with a strap on, like, ooh, this nigga online.
About to peg that nigga. About to
peg his ass now, right?
Nipple clamps and everything.
Right. She's saying it's too low, short. So I won't go ahead. I won't finish playing it because you're right. It is a bit low. But folks, if you haven't heard the Verbal Assassin, I'm sure you can go to some of these YouTube platforms and hear the ass chewing in its full entirety. I listened to it a few times myself personally.
That wasn't even a chewing. That was a mauling.
Yeah, straight mauling. Yeah, right. That was a poodle trying to fight a Great Dane. It didn't look good at all.
Yeah, that was like a nigga falling into the goddamn silverback pins, okay, or the tiger pin.
I'm the motherfucker. Right there, man. Jay Sean, I got a few more minutes before I wrap things up here, brother. I've been down the listening lounge. Anything that you want to share with us, or any comments on or pushback on anything we've talked about here today, my man?
Oh, nah, no pushback. I was just coming up to get in on the fun, but you about to get off, so
yeah. Yeah, and actually, it's not playing.
I think we should keep it rolling. Let this thing roll.
All right, it's playing kind of low, but let's go and see what we can hear of it. Then, since since everyone I see down in the chat room, there's folks are saying play it, so let's get on with it. Here we go.
Ooh, he's an angry man. He's so angry. He's an angry man. He's so angry. Nigga, ain't nobody scared of you, nigga. Nigga, ain't nobody scared of you.
Do you see there again? This is the point, Valdez or Angry Man or whatever, Boss Talk Radio. This is when you should have got the fuck out of there. This is when you should have thrown the damn towel.
Look, I'm gonna say this, man. I don't even know why he even has the name Boss Talk Radio. One, you first need to be a boss, and if he was a boss, this motherfucking ass whooping and busted him down to motherfucking this.
But private, he got entry level separation on this one, bro.
that nigga's busted all the way down to potato peeler radio. You motherfucker, you motherfucker, you're the guy that drops the fry, right? You're the fry cook radio now,
Just thinking, in a couple more years, I'm moving up to fries, and that's when the big bucks roll in.
Right.
Damn.
Like nigga, like the man, she did him so bad, like that nigga's minimum wage radio now, It's like no wonder he keep yelling at niggas at his own audience. That nigga like shit. Y'all niggas playing. I got a goddamn car payment that's more expensive than most niggas' mortgage.
I just bought a brand new damn used Camaro. Need this money. How y'all gonna skip on it? How y'all gonna skip on the damn the handouts now? When y'all know I just showed you a picture and I just came off a vacation.
I know y'all ain't gonna let me get this fucking car repo. Y'all really gonna stand by and watch them repo my car again?
That's
my
crazy.
Damn dream
Every time
car.
you fail.
My dream
Every
car.
time you fail.
Really sit here and let these people repo my V6 Camaro with SS badges on it? Yo,
see, if I was feminine like Kevin Samuels, I'll have a house by now.
But he is, you have to question him. I hate to go back to the OnlyFans kind of thing, but what you doing over there, bro? Where you going over to OnlyFans for?
But see, here's the crazy thing, right? Like, you could tell this nigga, look, he's been coddled all his life. He's been sheltered all his life. He just it's like Jay Shine always say, it's all the girls, or Marsha.
Yep. He's a fucking brat.
This is how bad it is. This is how bad it is. You got Bayou motherfucking Bunny, right? Trying to save this nigga from a woman. So obviously, he didn't motherfucking get the clue. Like, nigga.
I forgot that chick's name. He was on Arts Channel, and this chick on Arts Channel was giving him the business, and he was like, Art, it's your channel, dog.
I remember that too. I forgot what
channel, Art.
Right. Art, you gonna let this crack come on your panel and talk to me like that?
Art, you gonna ruin your channel, Art. You gonna your channel flag, Art.
Yo, the way that nigga was yelling for our esteemed brother Art Nostal.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Cut the street. Cut the damn street.
I was like, damn, did somebody shit Sue hop on the panel? Nigga, like, what?
That shit was hilarious, man. I can't believe it. I was like, this nigga is asking for help. Like, yo, get me out of here.
That nigga sounded like a goddamn French poodle trapped in a fucking hot car.
Hey, it's really, you watch Next Friday? And Day was like, you just watch her do it too. Why'd y'all do something? That shit was hilarious, man.
Some baby D came around and fucked up the car. Y'all didn't do nothing.
Ain't do nothing.
And let him do it.
And look at Bayou Bunny trying to exercise that maternal instinct, right? Bayou, look, this shit got so out of control. Bayou Bunny would have been the girl that dropped her baby in the goddamn gorilla pen. And I'm not saying Verbal is a gorilla, because she's actually a very attractive and mentally astute woman, right?
Facts, true facts.
But I'm just saying, as in terms of intellectual strength, that was some silverback shit. She literally gorilla mauled this nigga's whole fucking self-worth.
She broke that nigga down like a shotgun and muzzle loaded his ass. And you get more, like I told you, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Gotta be more careful.
I tried to be cool on your motherfucking ass, but I got you, nigga, because I ain't motherfucking scared and don't.
Listen, when a woman says motherfucker, listen, there's ways to use this word motherfucker. Okay, like I'm using it right now, motherfucker. You can just say it has no real definition, no zing to it. But when a woman uses the word motherfucker like this, I got the smoke for your motherfucking ass. Son,
Oh yeah,
you
man.
might want to back up.
She said motherfucker like Samuel L. was her spirit animal.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And there was a few people that caught that. This nigga just didn't realize he was really about to get it when I didn't see her physically in the chat, but I guarantee if you was in front of her, her lips took a whole new turn, because you gotta you gotta hold your mouth right to say motherfucker like that.
Oh man, look, she treated that nigga like when Samuel L. tied that bitch to the damn bedpost in Black Snake Moan.
Black Snake Moan. Tired of these motherfucking snakes on this plane.
I aims to fix you.
That's hilarious.
The room. It's not gonna bode well for you. No, it is not. If she says nigga, she didn't say nigga, she says nigga, I got the smoke for your ass.
Yeah,
and
the
throw
hardest
that
thing she said.
motherfucker in it.
The hardest thing she said was when she was like, "I was going to let you slide." That's what she said. I was going to be cool.
I was going to be cool. I was going to be nice, but oh no, nigga.
Right. What she was really saying, right, was she was about to put the KY jelly on that dildo. Now, woman, just leave this bitch dry.
Just go peg your ass dry.
Oh, shit. And she cussed him out like a 70s prostitute. Nigga, you jive turkey. I was waiting for her to say, you sucker.
Fish-eyed fool.
Get out of here, damn nigga.
You could tell you could tell that she read Think Like a Man.
Yes, indeed.
That's hilarious.
She said,
"See, baby, I was going to let you slide, but now I got to cut you."
I got to cut you. Oh,
yeah, that
you want to shoot people in the pinky toe. Okay.
oh, I was about to lube it up.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Art.
Drop
Hey, Art, you better get this bitch off the panel. She might not come back next week. Art. Hey, Art. This nigga didn't hear me.
That shit was hilarious.
Heard I put that emphasis on the end, motherfucker on it. You in trouble.
Nobody, everybody know I ain't motherfucking scared, nigga. You can be angry all the fuck you want in your motherfucking car, nigga. You can be angry in your fat Mexican baby mama's house, nigga. That's what you can do. But you don't need to get on this stream and be angry with me, because I'm telling you the motherfucking research. Just because you got your ass kicked in motherfucking junior high school, elementary, high school.
Body blow. You know, that nigga is talking in the background. Y'all know that, right?
I want to say, is Bayou Buddy turning his mic down?
No, she is literally out talking to him.
Is the host turning his sound down?
No, she is blasting this nigga.
Hold up, man. This nigga got, time out. We know Angry Man got audio. We know he got a mic. So hold up. How the fuck you? This nigga just mumbling in the background. And then you get all his hands.
He don't know what to do. She got him fucked up. She got him fucked up right now. Especially when she said your fat Mexican baby mama. That really fucked him up. He didn't know where to go with that.
God. He said his fat Mexican baby mama. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
God damn.
Hey,
uppercut. Your ass kicked. That don't have nothing to do with me, nigga.
Body blow.
I'm telling you to
Uppercut.
read a motherfucking book. Read a book.
Uppercut.
Read a book.
Body blow.
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 Tiger.
That's it. She kept jabbing him. He kept running out of the air. That's why I was putting in you could listen. The more you listen to this stream, the less you could hear of him. So finally, he had to resort to turning his camera on, and even that didn't work.
Read a book. Oh, So you need a black woman
Oh,
to
you
books
get
to read too?
testing his
So
ass.
you need a black woman to tell you what books to read too.
Body blow.
So
Body
you
blow.
need a black woman to tell you what books to read to. That figures, nigga. That
Oh, okay.
Angry man. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap. Nigga, you just got jab slapped and don't realize it. That's a hard thing to
Hey,
get
man,
jab.
hey, it was like verbal was just like stomping all in this nigga beard weave. Like, fuck your beard weave, nigga.
Like,
Fuck your beard weave, nigga.
yo, couch, nigga. Like Rick James said, I never talk shit to anybody. Just, yeah, I stomped on that nigga's couch. Oh, angry man, I'm you got me sweating again in here, bro. I forgot to
Beard
turn the air
weave, nigga.
conditioner.
Fuck your beard weave, nigga. Just rubbing the motherfucking muddy ass 6-inch heels in his beard.
That goddamn if she would have been there in public, if she would have slapped him, that damn half that beard might have came off. Slap. Damn. Exposed again. Half my beard. She done slapped half my beard off. See what I'm saying, angry man? You provide good Saturday entertainment for me. I really do appreciate that. I want to thank you.
Boy, she backhanded that nigga so hard that his hat flew off and that beard came right with that bitch.
Let's see what else you got to say here. You kept arguing. The very same thing that you came on the panel to argue about is what she's slapping the shit out of you, but mopping the floor with you, Valdez, and you ain't stopped yet. You still got a little bit while to go. She done called you fat. She done called you, talk about your baby mama. She done called you everything except the child of God, and you still up on this panel.
Correction.
She's over clearly.
Correction.
It was at this moment he knew.
Correction.
Go ahead, Joe.
Point of order.
Go ahead.
Point of order. That wasn't his baby mama. That's somebody else's baby mama. Go ahead.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah, that's that other nigga's baby mama.
Man,
but you know, he never would have made it.
Folks, if you haven't seen the GMT Grandmaster Troll, I would suggest you go over there. I'm not sure. I think it was sometime midweek last week that he did this stream with the religious thing to it. Never would have made it, angry man. Folks, you gotta go and check it out. It is quite funny. And again, there it is, Valdez. One. You easy to make fun of, man. This will go down to the annals of YouTube. YouTube, long after you're gone and you don't do any more streams anymore, somebody gonna pull this up, Valdez.
Oh, he ain't got no choice. Like, he's literally like sharecropping as far as streams go. Like, look, that nigga misses a stream because you know he goes streaming like in 4-hour intervals.
Yeah.
For some reason, he thinks that if he goes streaming 4 hours, every 4 hours, that those people that didn't give him $5 before
they had to go to the ATM first.
somehow magically inspire them to hit the Cash App link while he's still using my fucking Turner joke.
I was about to ask you about that earlier. How do you feel about that, man? Has he sent you any money, any coinage on that? As he just said that he even has his word. Did he even say thank you?
No, don't get me wrong. I am actually flattered, right, that an irreparable, insalvageable derelict like him at least has good enough taste to know when he's got a good fucking joke.
They know a good joke when they see it. Oh my goodness. Yep, folks, this is what we see going on the YouTube streets. I mean, again, is everything in the YouTube streets all fucked up? Of course it isn't. But in this case, Valdez, Juan, you know, you put your shit out there and for the whole world to see. And unfortunately for you, there's some people that don't like you as much as I do, as I don't. I don't dislike you. I don't like you. I'm just, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm in the middle on you. I'm neutral on you.
Look, it's not that I don't. It's not even that I don't like him. It's just that I just know who he is.
Right. Exactly. Right.
And plus, you know, what I'll say is he needs some milk.
I got some cats out here that's still nursing out there. So you roll out here to the click and get to the airport. I got them plane tickets. Over
Yeah,
talking.
she definitely like conjured up her inner Ike on
Yeah.
this day, like,
and got in that ass deep. Clearly, I out battled you in the battle of wits, and you still there.
Look, y'all, that rhymes. That rhymes. Why you fucking mad about the research? Why are you mad about the research? Why are you mad about the research? The research is the research, nigga. Science don't care about your feelings, baby.
Damn.
Science don't care about your feelings. Science
get
don't care
over
about
here.
Science don't care about your feelings. Nope, nope.
I'll suggest a book for you. It's called Cat in the Hat. Reading is fundamental, motherfucker. Do you not understand that this woman is calling herself the verbal assassin for a reason? You ain't figured that out yet? Riffs. Reading is fundamental. You said something on your chat. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Like, you know, this is when you suffer from such a level of hubris where you think that women use their voice to fucking fight. It's their primary weapon.
Right. It's their weapon.
Like, this nigga is like a guy, either he's a fucking masochist or he's just a fucking dipshit. You're not about to win that fight.
No.
That's why women's voices are more high pitched than ours.
Right.
They're meant to cut through our deeper voices.
Exactly. A ching, you hear that little ting at the end of it. But, you know, even with one stream that I heard, I guess he was trying to prove a point that him and his, I guess his living girlfriend, wife, I'm not sure which one she is, didn't have an argument on the stream. But the one thing I caught about that he didn't say, when he said, was there anything that I would say on this stream that I wouldn't say if I wasn't off the stream? But she said the same thing. Nigga, is there anything that I would say to you that I wouldn't say whether you were on or not? That's not good, angry man. Because she seems to me she already told you before, man, you're keeping me up. I got to go to work while your ass sitting here on the couch waiting for to start the next stream in 4 hours.
See, when you get cut down like this, you need to just stop calling yourself masculine at all.
He says he's part of the masculine mercenaries.
Matter of fact, Verbal should have just threw his ass a motherfucking tampon. This shit would have probably been a lot shorter.
You're bleeding.
Yeah, because he was leaking. Yeah. He was leaking from more than one hole. I'm just saying.
Ago. A long time ago, somebody cut that shit off, right? That's not my fault either. Why don't you do something for yourself for once? Do something for yourself for once. No, because it's bullshit. It was bullshit already when I said it. So you can fuck out of here. No, nigga, you can fuck out of here.
Hey, I can't tell. Hey, look, this nigga ain't even, I can't tell if this nigga is talking into a mic or a house shoe.
Either way, because you know, notice if you go back to this stream, folks, it literally either he turned down his mic or Verbal turned up her mic. But throughout the course of this argument, you really couldn't hear him until she was like quiet enough to where you could hear what he was saying.
Right, this nigga talk. It sounds like this nigga talking into a styrofoam cup.
Right, or in another room. It's obvious that do you still have your headset on? Was she cutting into you that much that you had to take them off?
Right. Although I work in education, nigga.
I'm telling you, Bunny.
You're gonna be waiting forever.
Bunny did that shit.
Die waiting.
Die waiting.
Pause. All right, folks. Yeah. Pretty much, because that's pretty much the end of it, folks. I mean, what he does next, of course, he brings out a few books that, of course, that he's really never read. And how do I say that he didn't read? How do I know he didn't read?
All in pristine condition. All of them bitches in pristine condition. Which means them motherfuckers ain't even been opened.
Damn Skippy. That's just some books that somebody ordered at the house, and then the one that is and looks like it's been in readable condition, it wouldn't be a book that a man would read. It would not unless you interested in men. Yep.
I mean, if you actually zoom in into that lower left hand corner of his picture, you can actually see a tiny violin.
The guy playing, woe is me on his shoulder.
It's like you see it, like it's right there. It's almost like Finding Waldo, right? It's like it's right there.
Right.
And actually, whenever it zooms out, you can actually see a book on the shelf, right? Like how to avoid arguments with verbal assassin for dummies.
He didn't read that one. He just left that one on the shelf. That's the first book he should have picked up, but he did not read that. Well, anyway, folks, it's about time for me to get on up out of here. I gotta go and get ready to do some physical therapy for this afternoon. It's that time for me to go and stretch these old legs out a little bit. I really appreciate all the folks that dropped into the broadcast today. I'm sorry earlier. Normally I try to shoot for a noon time start, but the internet wasn't being friendly with me today. So again, we'll start again next Saturday. We'll try noon again, and hopefully we'll be uninterrupted. With that, without further ado, I'll leave the last words over to you two fine gentlemen. I'll start with you there, Jay Sean.
Oh, I ain't got much to say, man. I'm just saying that I might have to vote for Trump in 2024 because these fucking Guatemalans are going crazy. These Guatemalans are going crazy with these live streams, acting like they black. These fucking Hondurans,
Yeah, man. The nigga Rodwin.
We say no subliminal.
Yeah, these fucking El Salvadorians, they speak real good English now. And and they taking our jobs, so so I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be good, man.
All right, appreciate it, Jay Sean. Appreciate you coming up, brother Cerulean. Any closing words from you?
Actually, I'm gonna have to push back on that real quick about Jay Sean. They're not taking our jobs, but you can tell by this YouTube stream that they definitely taking a lot of those unemployment spots. So on another note, I just say gratitude for having me up, Brave Elder. Jay Sean, it was good to see you again. Long time, man. Missed you, brother.
Same here, brother.
Look, every time we come together, it's always a good time. It's always fun. Look, and I don't hate or like the nigga. No, either way. I know what he is. I have a tendency to stay away from parasites. But look, this guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Cerulean, say something real quick. I'm sorry. I just want to say something in the chat room. Hey, Zero, they are taking our jobs. See, the nigga shit is supposed to be for us. And I'm tired of niggas coming over here from overseas taking nigga shit positions. Leave out neither nigga shit to us, all right?
Actually, you know what? I have a pushback for that, right? I think it's a good thing because I think they need to take more of our unemployment slots, So, because, it creates a great impetus for ICE to do mass deportation, right? And because we niggas, we can't be deported because we're Americans, after all. But yeah, every time we come together, it's always a great time. I had fun. Glad to see you all in the chat. Shout out to the chat, Lady Neek, Lady Lady Callie, Lady Shar, Brother Zero, anybody else that I missed, forgot, our brother Obadiah. You know what I'm saying? If you're going live, I do got time today, my nigga. So, look, I want to say salute to the nation. Salute to the greatest group of fucking Americans this country has ever fucking known. And that is the black nobility, Eba Noblesse.
Here. And I'll just close it up with that same black excellence, folks. Again, if you're inclined to, make sure a little bit later on this evening, you're trying to join our good friend Shar Willie for the article reaction. Shar and Willie will be there. I think that's 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. And also tomorrow, if you're inclined to, join me over on Classic R&B Jams Radio. We will be doing the Internet Cafe from 7 to 10, playing a little music from, different genres and decades and things like that. We'll try and do some requests, but if we can't, then I always have something lined up for you folks. So with that, I appreciate everybody down in the listening lounge, Callie, Zero, Lady Neek, Lady Shar, and of course two brothers on the panel. It's always a pleasure having y'all up here. For those that I can't see and I missed earlier, peace out to you. Be safe out there. Remember, the grace of day costs you absolutely nothing, folks. Say hello to someone. Might change the way they're thinking, might change the way they're living. You never know. If you walk past them and don't say hello. We out, yeah. Y'all be safe.